Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back with some more My Garage. And as you can see, we've been to the junkyard again. And it took me about 14 days of in game time of just skipping to the next day to collect these 8 cars right here. So, hopefully, hopefully, we have enough parts. I mean, I got some transmissions, I got a few engines. I got some few more engines. Um, but what you can see here is we have a complete body, it looks like. Um, and something with the paint, which I was due to the new update. So when you spray paint a car, you have to buy gloss paint to make it shiny, and then you can polish it. Also, and you have a plasma cutter so that you can cut holes in the body. So I guess if you say you lower a car and you need to make the wheel arches bigger or whatever, there is now a
De
plasma.
Bounty et ons wird junkyard on the other side of this island.
Yeah, I know. So plasma cutter, 600 bucks. Why'd I buy two of them? I didn't mean to do that. I forgot this is how that's worked. You click on what you want and it. Come on. Well, plasma cutter and something about there's a polisher or something. Polisher. Just the wrenches, rust removal, polishing disc. So that means I'm gonna have to buy another grinder because we don't change parts like that. All right, so hell. Um, I guess I'll have to take one of these out to the junkyard or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I can do with a plasma cutter at the junkyard, but that's the new update. So the plasma cutter gonna go right here. Let's go see what happens if I use the polisher. Nothing. So how do I polish it? Color. Alright, so let's buy a clear coat. Alright, so we'll paint this fender. Alright, alright, so now, whoops. I don't really notice. Does it look like it's doing anything? I don't know. I don't really see anything going on, so we're definitely gonna have to clear coat the whole car. And just like usual, alright, so that does look like some orange peel right there. Alright, so the polisher is supposed to get rid of orange peel. I don't know exactly. Um, Alright, so now let's go grab our polisher. I see some orange peel. Why does that keep coming off? Don't want that to keep coming off. Alright, so orange peel right there. Alright, so it does. Alright, so there is a purpose to this polisher. Alright, so okay, it makes a little bit more sense now. Now, the thing with the plasma cutter. So let's say we lowered a car and we put some big wheel arches on it. Sure. Now, can you fix the holes? That just looks like an invisible car to me. Um, yeah. All right, so that I don't know. So we're gonna have to do a little bit more research about the plasma cutter. I don't really see a big giant use for us with it yet. Now let's go over here with the welder and see if this does anything. So I can weld the holes back in, although it looks like it's going to take a lot of welding rod. Okay, so it looks like we can, if we mess up something, we can fix it with the welder, which is the way I would expect it. So, new update, paint, polish. Well, we're going to have to definitely fix the paint on this car. Ugh. But enough of that for right now. We are here to try to finish the interior, hopefully. Because I don't have any interior in here at all. So it looks like we need some panels. Where's my wrench? Wrench. Did I clean up the tools? I did not. Alright, there it is. So there's my wrench. And I feel like if I was going to be hot rodding around, I would probably want a black interior, maybe. Come on, open the door, buddy. Um, so this looks like a very, very, very nice black seat. And I saw over here, like I've got so many different interior choices, but over, that's a bad panel. Damn. That's a bad seat. That's a bad seat. I mean, a bad panel. However, the back seat is looking awesome. So let's get a center console over here. Console looks good. Where's the bolts for the back seat? Too bad that front piece is bad too. Damn it. So that's a bad seat. That piece is bad. The dash looks pretty good. Steering wheel. Gotta bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find all the parts that I can. That looks like a good steering shaft. So I got a brake in there. So now I'm gonna need some pedals. What car was I in? It looks like another. Alright, so that is gonna be. Looks like a good windshield wiper motor. And possibly good windshield wipers. That's a score. Come on, get in there. So we got the headliner in. It looks like is that the headliner? I think the headliner's in because that so we're gonna need where's the back seat bolts? So somewhere here is bolts for the back seat that I can't freaking see, of course. Oh, there they are. Like, why do they put the screws so hard to see? Like, how hard was that to freaking see those? Like, I knew they were there. Alright, so back seat, good black seat, black steering wheel. I have a good black front seat for the front right. Ooh, it's a front left, but it's bright blue. Nope, nope. Don't pay attention to what's over there. Ooh, that's a good front seat, but it's gray. So here's a good panel. So, good panel. Good panel. Oh, we got two matching panels right here. Um, it kind of matches. I'm gonna go with it. Maybe I'll find a completely black piece in there somewhere, but that's that's how you tighten a screw. Just stick your head through the freaking quarter panel. We've been over this 100 times. Just jam your head in there. So we're gonna need some door panels. We need some carpet. I think this one had carpet. Okay, this one has decent looking carpet. Alright, so that piece is bad. Yeah, too bad that's not good. Alright, so there's our carpet. We're bolting the seat in. Hold the carpet. All I'm really interested in is holding the carpet in there. So that's a negative. So we need a good center console. So I got a red dash, but like I said, I think there's a black dash right here that's good. Come on. So that's a good black dash. Or at least I think it's a good black dash. Let me correct myself there. What am I trying to do here? Where? There's one of the screws. There should be another one. So there wasn't there two screws in the middle? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so door panels. Oh, that's a good door panel. It's not all the way black, but we can deal with that. So we got one. No door. Wonderful. Oh, that looks like a good regulator. Mm. Well, that's not what I wanted. Open the door, silly. Tighten that. Tighten that. And we definitely can't have a dirty window on the car. So what are you guys thinking? I mean, like I said, that looks like a good freaking regulator to me. So now we need a door panel for driver's side. That's for passenger side. I wonder if this side's going to be good. Too bad that's got the brown insert. Nope. This one is bad. But it is the right color. Ooh, that one's good. So do we go with a mismatch set? So both of these are passenger sides. But it does not have the window regulator. Which is what I am after. I'm after the window regulator. So this is why it takes so long for these junkyard builds. Like you get all these freaking parts, and no matter what you got, you can't find your parts. Oh, it's a window regulator, but it's bad. I'm going to go ahead and just grab it real quick, though. Maybe if I can find the screws. Actually, well, shoot. Like I know. Actually, I'm just going to take the window. We're going to set it down. Is that a good part? Oh, come on. I'm looking for something to hold the freaking carpet in. And that did not hold the carpet in yet. Damn it. Like I said, that part's bad. That one's missing. That one's missing. That one's missing and it's bad. Missing and bad. Maybe I should pull those gauges. That has 200,000 less miles on it. Alright, so there it looks like this one is good. However, it's not the right color. But right now, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, black and gray go together. I don't have one in the parts over here, or do I? That's the center console. That one's missing. That one's bad. And that one's bad. Looks like I don't have a choice. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. And now that should be holding the carpet in. Yes. Alright, carpet is held in. So I need a passenger window regulator. That one's junk. There's a gray seat. That one's junk. Oh yeah, buddy. So we finally got our savior right here. If I can find the freaking bolts, like usual. Like, why are the freaking bolts hidden so hard? Like, why is that got to be so freaking difficult? Can somebody please tell me? Well, we got it. Alright, so now... One. Oh, come on. Alright, so there is our stuff. I'll tell you what, we got some serious orange peel going on this car, and I cannot stand it. So we don't need this. So we got the dash, we got the steering wheel, we got the interior. So we need a panel, and a front seat. Like, I got a blue front seat. go with this one right here. Just because it might be easier to find another one that is the black and silver. Let's skip to tomorrow just because we need some daylight. No sense in working in the dark. Alright, so bad driver side panel. Bad panel. That's a bad panel. I don't think I'm going to find another driver's side panel at the moment. So we had a bunch of green stuff for the interior too. Where was that good gray driver's seat? There it is. Man, I don't know. What else do we got here? Gray, gray, gray. Well, for right now, we're winging it. And we're going to go with the gray seat. Not my first choice, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to kind of got to go with what you got. Um So all I need to finish the interior is a driver's side panel. And then the interior is done. I'm pretty sure all the interior panels are missing. Yeah, so that's a passenger. That's a driver. Well, hell. What are we going to do? Talk about a rusty oil filter. That's the first time I've ever seen a bad oil filter. I've never, ever, ever, ever seen a bad oil filter. Yet. Till today. I wonder if that's something they did in the update because I've never seen bad oil filters. So we got transmission. Engine. So what do we have? Do we have over here that we need? Ooh, that looks like some good engine parts. Manifolds. Another good transmission. Well, what else do we got here? So there's bad wires. Alright, so there's the transmission. So if the transmission is out, what is freaking holding the engine in? Surely. Well, I don't know if I needed that, but we had it. Engine parts, might as well get what we need. Um, Alright, so more engine parts, but I don't know if we need anything here. So it looks like there's a fuel line or something right there that is just hanging me up. Like, I don't know where the fuel line is hooked up at, though. Good set of wires. Well, that's a bad transmission anyway. So how do I get the fuel line off? So I have a loose flywheel, but I can't get the transmission out. I don't really think I need anything off this engine. But once again, I'm going to take the manifold. Sell that car, get some of my money back. Got some more good parts on this engine, it looks like. Like I said, it's like where do you stop? Where do you draw the line? And the answer is I don't know. Because I take everything I can. That is a good exhaust. And I did not have that. Wasn't even thinking about exhaust. Also, it looks like I'm going to need another exhaust piece that I don't know if I've come across anywhere yet. That I didn't know that I needed. So wonderful. Um, what's holding the transmission? It's like this is the part sometimes where I'm just like I don't understand what's holding the car together. So I got the wire. Get the wire there. Get the wire there. Undo the wire. And then now, like literally, what is holding the engine in? See, I don't know. Oh, there it goes. And I do like they put a confirm button on here because a few times I've sold cars that I actually didn't really mean to sell. And you guys have seen me do it. So no engine here. Um, don't really see any parts that I need. $5,000, really? It didn't look like that was $5,000 worth of parts. The other one we just did was $2,000. But like I said, got another good. Engines out. Flywheel and the clutch is out. And there's the transmission. Well, nothing to see here. Is there? Yes, there is. get that. Oh, that was a good starter. I think I might have a good starter somewhere else, but I'm not 100% sure. Bad flywheel. What else is holding the engine? Did I miss a freaking transmission bolt? Well, so I think that's the fuel line right there. And I don't understand why the fuel line is not coming off. What is holding the fuel line together? Alright, so fuel line. How do I undo the fuel line? Fuel line has always been done with a freaking bolt on the side of the engine. That might actually be a good clutch. It's like right there, it's like fuel line, right? But why isn't it coming undone? Why is the fuel line not coming undone? That's the only bolt you see on the fuel line, right? Oh, my wrench. And see, it doesn't want to come undone. Is that all that was holding it? No, it's not. It's got to be the freaking fuel line. Somebody, please tell me, like, what is up with the fuel lines on these BMWs? And that's a pretty damn good engine to leave behind, too. Um, what else can I do? How about I take this out? So the intake is off. There is no, like, I know that's the fuel line. Coming up right there. So what takes the freaking fuel line off, huh? What am I missing, folks? What am I missing on the fuel line? Good head. Timing set won't come out. So it's a bad timing set. The one gear's good, but the other gear's bad. Or I mean the other chain. Well, hell, like I mean, and like what else do I got to take apart to get this damn engine out? Manifold. Like for real. I mean, I have a good block. So I guess I'm down and not really missing anything. What is right? I gotta be missing something with the. That is the fuel pump. I gotta figure this out because. I mean, I undid it right there. You know what? Screw it. Don't care. Car. See you later. Here's another freaking fuel pump. See, look, that one came right off. Why did none of those other ones come right off? So let me undo a few things and see if this engine comes right out. Ooh, that does have a good timing set. Wires is out. See, look, engine right out. Now, why did all those other ones not come out? What was the glitch? What was the major malfunction? All right, so we're down another day. All right, nobody look. Future project. I was shopping. I was doing dual shopping. All right, so we're gonna set this right here. And actually, I don't know if I don't know if I ever showed a fellow viewer where I got the lifts from. So when you leave our garage right here, you come down here. There's some houses right here on the map, and in the backyard, that's where the lifts are. If I get a chance, I'll drive down there. I just, I'm pretty sure I showed where the lifts were, but I'm not 100% sure now. So we need a good engine block. I know one of these has a good engine block. Alright, so good engine block on this stand. And we'll just throw a bad one over here. Alright, found my wrench. Alright. So I guess we'll just start taking parts off. And that is going to be a bad part. So I guess we kind of do need to separate this as we are going right here. I mean, hey, that's a freaking good fuel pump. So I'm going to leave it on there. Loosen, loosen, loosen. Well, I'll tell you what, when you're trying to be careful not to take stuff apart, it sucks. And I think that's a good clutch disc, but this is definitely bad. So we have a good head. I think the injectors might be bad. Or maybe it's the... So maybe this is bad. So we got some bad gears. The rest of that is good though. Um, that is not what was supposed to happen, folks. Bad starter. So it looks like we have some good injectors there. All these look good. So we can set this over here, call this good. And we got another good intake manifold with a few good injectors. Got a good head gasket. Couple bad pistons. Got a bad crank. That's lovely. Um, so that setup looks good to me. I'm gonna call that good. If I check the oil and there's anything on the dipstick, I would be wildly surprised. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was. So pry bar. I'm pretty sure. No? Did I miss something? I guess I just missed bolts. Alright, so no big deal. We're down to a good block. So now we need to find a good crankshaft. So let's pull an oil pan and see if there's a good crankshaft in this engine. And there is. So we also got a good fan. Looks like we have a good water pump. Well, hell. And we can never argue with just having a spare head around. Oh, that was the first blown head gasket I've seen. Actually, that looks like a good gear also. Um, Alright, so one, two. We need a couple good pistons, so we're going to need a couple pistons out of here anyway. And we'll get this bad clutch off of here. So this is a diesel engine, isn't it? Am I think I? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because there's your injectors. You got your injectors, but I don't understand why there's injectors in the intake. Because if diesel doesn't inject in the intake, inject straight into the head, and then it uses combustion to light off the gases. We got rid of one junk ass engine. So let's grab a piston that is good. Um, so bad piston, bad piston. I thought there was one more good piston here. Where did the other piston go? So there's one, two, three. One, two, three. So there was four bad pistons in that engine? Holy hell. So I'm still going to be short of piston even after taking that other engine apart. That's fine. We can cheat just a little bit. And see, we have a good oil pan right here. So let's take this one apart. Oh, come on. So like I said, we needed a good oil pan. Now we have a good piston. Um, and just kind of double clicking everything right here. We're checking the torque, making sure we got torqued up to 105 foot-pounds. And we did it in three separate increments so that we didn't overstress the bolts. um, if you believe that, my name is Tom. uh, and I don't mean you, Tom, that's watching. Hopefully you're watching these. I know you watch the Mombazoo and you watch the Center Station. I don't know if you watch the My Garage or not. Don't know if that's your cup of tea on these, but I wasn't referring to yourself. I actually have a buddy that I grew up with named Tom. And he was a little bit on the side of doing things a little uncanny. Guess I should say. Let's just say if it had to be done a hard way or an easy way, he did it the hard way. So did I have a couple bolts loose on the flywheel? Is that what I had going on here? Uh, I want to double check now. because it looks like I did have a bolt loose on the flywheel. Now, was it because I just loosened it, or was it already loose? Not 100% sure. Alright, so starter. And I knew I had a good one. Is there 2 bolts on the starter? Pretty sure there was 2 bolts. Pretty sure that's another bolt on the starter right there. We'll have to remember to check the starter bolt. Right. Head gasket. Head. Double check all these because I might have accidentally loosened up one of these on accident when I was trying to get something else done. So it doesn't appear to be that way, but you don't want to be going down the road and your intake come loose. Or your intake camshaft, I mean. And actually, I'm not even sure which one of these is the intake. So that would be this one. This one would be the intake. This one would be the exhaust. Or no, that one's the exhaust. This one would be the intake. I had that backwards. My mistake. I had it backwards. Not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. Um. So where's my spark plug wrench? So I think I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these should be not terrible to get to in case I have a bad spark plug, but um, timing chain, cover, the water pump is good. You know what? I haven't found a belt yet. I have not found a belt. I don't know if I have a good alternator either. So there's a intake. So how do I get the injectors out? Is that a bolt? No, no. Um, I wouldn't. Ooh, it is. Got to use the spark plug wrench on the injector. Why does that one look different? I guess we're gonna call that good. All right, so have I forgotten anything? I I know I need the alternator, which so far I don't know if I have a good alternator. Um, all right, so there's a good belt, and a freaking good alternator right here, buddy. Um, I don't know how I could get any freaking luckier. What is this? Is this a fuel line? All right, so I guess I should pay attention when I go to hook that up, how it goes on. Here is a good intake. Ah, oh, that's bad. Oh, that's a different part. So let's put this on. Now let's open that up. I know yes, right here. I said I know I've seen a good one of these. Cannot argue. We are. All right, where's the flow? Pressure plate. Pressure plate. Pressure plate. Come on. And folks, that is it. The engine is complete. Right? I mean, you can't. I don't think you can argue. Engine is complete. Um, this is what I need to look at. How does this freaking fuel line attach? And where does it attach to? So it just went in there. And right there, it has a little bitty freaking bolt that you can't see. So that little bolt is what I needed to get those fuel lines off those cars. Like I knew something was like just not happening right. Um, is that a good radiator? Or is that a bad? Looks like a good radiator to me. Does it just have two bolts on the top? Really? Some of these other cars have four bolts. Excuse me. Well, what do we try to do? So there is a transmission. I'm not going to say I got every single bolt tight, but probably do. Um, there's our transmission cross member. So we have a differential. Over here. There it is. The one more bolt on drive shaft in, transmission in, engine in. Those bolts are tight. Starter bolt. Somebody said tighten that starter bolt. Uh, Wires. Right there. Back of the alternator. And the starter. Alright, so that is a bad radiator hose. Does anybody see a good radiator hose laying around here? Because somebody made a mess of parts. That's a bad radiator hose. Oh, here's the exhaust. So can I put this in here without having the manifold in? Does not appear that way. So I need the other piece of that manifold. Well, damn it. I hate to do this to you guys, but I think I'm going to have to leave you off on an episode here and see if we can. I'm going to clean this mess up. and see if I need radiator hoses, the piece of exhaust manifold, a battery. I'm going to have to buy a battery because the only way, actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to buy a battery. Um, let's see, Brat. Um, battery. So we need the exhaust. Probably need an air filter in there. We have that exhaust. I don't know what else. I think that's it, folks. Exhaust, radiator hoses, and air filter maybe. Should I just buy it? You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do the hoses. Fuel hoses. I have not seen fuel hoses. Um, do I need those? I don't know. We're gonna buy these hoses right here. I'm gonna try to start it. I don't need the exhaust manifold to start. So this might be a bad radiator. Damn it. I mean, we can still try to start it anyway. We don't need a radiator to start it. One, two, three, four, five. Alright, so we got 4 quarts of oil. Is that the oil cap? That is the oil cap. That is not going in. How about... I had to do this on one of the other cars. There we go. That sure doesn't look like that's the cap, but, you know, whatever. Um, it should take at least 3 of these. Because these say 2 liters. And I spilt most of the first one. So I'm going to say that the first one didn't really count. Now, I do think it's missing the fuel hoses. So I think I'm going to go buy the fuel hoses. I have not seen those fuel hoses on any car ever that I have taken out of the whole entire junkyard. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to buy this. And does it not go on this car? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't go on this car. Um, so maybe I didn't need that. Maybe I'm just a dummy. Um, well, either that gauge doesn't work or we're completely out of gas. Um, or we don't have fuel hoses. I'm definitely not a diesel expert. I know how to work on some diesels, but are we missing a fuel pump? I don't. I don't know. So that probably goes with that, and I don't think that's something we needed. So this just says it's the 3-liter inline six. So I don't think it is the diesel. I think that this is the gas engine because there is no diesel pump on there. So we definitely did not need those two parts I bought. However, we're going to try one more thing. Um, Open sesame. And I haven't polished the paint off yet because we are definitely going to spill some of this trying to put this in here. Um, I definitely did not get much in there. I just want to hear if it runs. Hmm. Somebody go along with me here and let's just trace our steps back. What did we do wrong? What did we miss? And is that tire flat? I did. Did I not air that up? I'm pretty sure I aired that up before I put it on the car. Do the tires go flat in this game? There's another one. Either I just didn't air the tires up or the tires go flat. I mean, it's been on jack stands. How would the tires go flat? I mean, they are used tires. These are all for used tires. They're not none. I'm just gonna do one thing. Inline 6 rat engine. So we got the fuel line. Uh, so there's the gas tank, the wires. There is an air filter missing. So there's the exhaust header piece we need. So I feel like we need this piece right here. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy the exhaust header. Because I can tell you what, there is something missing on this car. I saw it. I saw it right there. I knew there was something missing. Somebody was probably yelling at me saying, like, you could definitely tell there was a part not there. But I was thinking, for some reason, I had it stuck in my head that this was a diesel. How I got that in my head, I don't know. Just somebody slap me next time. Um, Alright, so this should go on there now. Is that it, fellas? Did we get it? I may not have got enough gas in it because um, I spilt a little bit on the ground. Okay. This is just the strangest thing. You got to hit it just right. Okay, now it's full. All right, so maybe we're actually getting some of it in there this time. All right, so we got almost a quarter tank now. Can't blame it on fuel this time. Oh yeah. Well, folks, that's where I'm gonna end off this episode. Hey, hey, hey. So I have the exhaust hooked up. Why was it sounding so stupid? I have the exhaust on. Everything is. I think everything is put together right. But anyway, guys, I'm pretty happy with that. Other than me being an idiot, leaving the gas cap off. So I'm gonna clean some of this junk up, and we'll see what happens in the next episode where we go take this thing for a test drive, and we work on the paint since they had to change the way everything gets done. So, you guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. My name is Andy. Appreciate every review I got. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.